Hey guys, welcome back to my another tutorial on how to make a seat for your plane. So this is a follow-up after the plane one. So if you've completed your plane, you can make this seat, or if you just want to make a seat, you can just use this tutorial. So we're gonna start off by taking any reference picture of a seat. I'm not gonna use a blueprint because the blueprints that you have for seats, they're pretty weird. I mean it's no, not these ones. Yeah, I mean, I don't really like using these. You can give it a go using something like that, but I just give it a rough, I just, just have take a look at it and make these. So we're gonna make these ones. They're pretty easy and pretty beginner friendly. So yeah, let's do that. So open up Blender and you're gonna have an empty base plate, I guess, or playground. Don't know what do you like to call it. Then you're gonna download this picture and you can just drag and drop in Blender. There you go. If you can't drag and drop, just simply do Shift A, image in background or image in reference. Don't use background for now because we don't need it as a background. Just gonna fix the rotations. Bring it up. Then yeah, rotate it 90 degrees, and we have our reference image. You can scale this up so like you can get every bit of detail. Don't want to scale it that much because then you can start seeing each and every pixel. Don't really need it. So there you go. Now start off by inserting a cube and having a look at this image. I'm gonna make, yeah. Having a look at this image, we can see how this needs to be round. So take a cube and scale it. Basically you have to scale it on the y-axis to make it thinner. Then make it a bit lengthier, and then make it small. And then you have to, yeah, and then just go into edit mode and make sure you have selected edges. Now here we're gonna bevel the cube, so that way you're able to, you can see how it's beveled around. It's very roundy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select the top bit here and here, and then we're gonna do Command or Control B and bevel this. I've already selected how many segments I want, but for you guys it might be something like that, so don't worry, just increase the segments to make it more curvy. That's how the first bit, and then I'm gonna do the same with this other two edges. There you go. And we've got a rough shape. It's gonna shade smooth. Auto smooth. There you go. To be honest, it doesn't have to be exactly how that looks like. Okay, that did not make sense. It doesn't have to be exactly that shape because when you're gonna import it to Roblox, there might be it might and like make the whole seat. This is not really gonna matter, but if you really want to like perfect the detail, then you should just make sure you're beveling correctly. Okay, so now we can see this has like a red bit here. So to make that, instead of using the knife tool, we're gonna use the I'm gonna add two loop cuts. So I'm gonna add one here, and actually wait, I'm gonna add one here and then use the I'm gonna add one here and position it a bit to the left by holding down, and one to the right. Make sure they're very close together. So when you export this into Roblox or wherever you want to export it, you can separate these bits using the face. Just go here and hold on Alt and click on any one of the tiles, and you can separate these. like this. And then you can make these red in Roblox so it corresponds exactly to how you want to see it to be. Okay, then we can see that this is wait, give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so let's continue with our seats. So now we're gonna add another cube. So this one. Scale it down, make it thin. Scaling on the y-axis, make it thin. And you can see how it's wide, almost the same size as that cube. Like that. And quit. And then, now that we've done this, we're gonna have a look at how it's beveled. So it's pretty straight, but we don't have really a reference for the top bit. You can see how it looks like that, but otherwise I think, yeah, it's gonna be pretty much like that, and it's a bit more thin. Because in reality this might be like metal or cheap plastic. So this goes a bit like that. Oh, not that down, but something like this. Okay, now that we have the so now that we have the headrest, we can add another cube. This time I'm actually going to teach you something pretty cool. So if you see this is called the 3D cursor. You can click here, and then you can click anywhere, like for instance here, and then you want to add a mesh cube. So it's exactly going to add it on the spot you've told the 3D cursor to. So this way you don't have to like grab it from here and then place it down. It's pretty good if you're challenging yourself on how fast you can make something. No clue what you want to make so fast, but hey, if you want to make it, you can make it. So now we're gonna make the I have no clue how you call this, backrest, I guess. Yeah, so we're gonna again make this thin, very thin, and then we're gonna make this stretch tool, make this wide, go to edit mode, select the two, make sure you're using the edges, 1 and 2 here. Then we bevel this, because if you look here again, it's beveled. We can see it has red bits here. We're going to follow the same step we did here. Add one loop cut, position like that, and add another loop cut positioning like that, and add another loop cut. Oh, okay, this is tricky. Right, go here. I keep getting it, keeps missing. There we go. That. Select faces, click, hold on Alt. Click on the tile. Oh. Alright, yeah, there we go, finally. Right click, separate by select. No. Right click, separate by selection. There we have it. Choose both of these. Right click, shade smooth, auto smooth here. There's auto smooth there. There we go, looks beautiful. And now we can see how this has a bulge, or like, I think more support for your back. So the best way to do this is another mesh cube. Now we're gonna use the 3D cursor, because we're gonna work fast, so that we can make your seat in no time. I'm gonna delete the front faces, so 1 and 2, delete faces. To delete, just press X. Then we're gonna select the whole thing, scale it down, so it's out, kind of like that. Go click here, let's position it here. In fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make, I'm gonna make these two a bit bigger in the length, and then so in general a bit more big, and then just gonna click here while having this edit mode, scale it up, scale it down, scale it up a bit more. Then I'm gonna do Control B. You can see we have beveled it. Scale this up a bit more. So you can see it goes all the way to the edges. So let's do that, and then I think we can do a quick knife project. So select this, select that, a mesh knife project. Don't have cut through on because you don't want it here, and then we can just put that side here, click on the face and click E to extrude this out. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to edges, select one of the edges while holding an Alt, and then Control B to bevel, kind of like that, so it looks smooth. And then we're gonna separate this selected with this. Make sure you're holding down Shift in case you don't want to mess up. And right click, separate by selection. There we go. Doesn't look that great, but you guys are gonna do the improvements because I literally cannot be that precise with this. It's pretty hard to do this one. Okay, same with this. Our scaling looks okay. Again, select that. That's knife project. And then again, extrude it out. Click on the face, extrude it out. Bevel it. Alright, hold that. Select that again. Right click, separate by selection. And what the heck happened here? Did I miss something? I have no clue what the hell has happened here. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore this for now. I don't know what that's happened here. Then basically just select everything here with your mouse, or you can, if you don't have this option to like select stuff, you can just click B and then hold down your mouse like that. Then go to the Y, click Y, and then just hover around here. And how much of this has to show? Okay, quite a bit. So there we go. This is actually, yeah, just do that. So we've got a basic structure of our seat. I guess looks alright, to be fair. And yeah, I'll be back in a second because. Alright, let's continue. So we've got this bit. Now we're gonna make the seat, the actual place where you're gonna sit down. So again, quickly get the 3D cursor here. Cube, scale down. Go in front. Get this positioning right. This time it's gonna be less. It's not gonna be very thin, not very thick. Oh, oops, sorry. Because scale it down on the Z-axis, like that. Go to an X. You can position it correctly. In fact, I'm just gonna keep this here. I'm gonna add it later on, and then go in top view. So goes a big circle. Then again, we're going to use the edges to bevel this like that. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry for the cuts. It's just I have to take care of a few things. So we make the bevel. We get this beveled. Actually, I'm going to bevel this more because if you see how it's very curvy at the back, I'm going to do that. And just going to make this a bit big, a bit more thin. So scale this on the Z-axis. And I'm going to bevel it like Alright, this is interesting. Because if you see it's curved like this, so I'm going to select these two vertices and bevel these. Yeah, let's do that. Same for this one. Kind of like that, and then just shade smooth, auto smooth. Beautiful. Now we just have to get this bit right. So again, now this time it's going to be a bit tricky because you might think we have to add another cube, but to do it a smart way, all you have to do is Shift A, mesh, cube. Actually, no, sorry, no, I meant to do that. Basically, duplicate this by selecting this and Shift D. Get this up and delete its front faces like that. Don't delete this guy faces, and that should do it. And then basically select that in edit mode and scale it down somewhere like that. Just make it a bit big because it's actually like that. I'm really sorry about the cuts. Somebody's at my house and we have to take care of a few things. So yeah, of course we've just done this bit, right? So basically just take that, select that, go to the top view, mesh, knife project. There we go, we've got this. Now quickly click C and you can select this bit. Right click, separate by selection. There we go. Don't need this anymore. To make the red, actually there's not a lot of red, so we're just going to leave that for now. Then here, I'm just going to select these two. Here, so done like that. Then, go on the top. Like that. Ooh. Right, and here. Alright, this is going to be a bit tricky. Usually a lot of seats are the other way around, but they've had a pretty weird style. If you want to remove like these bits so you can have a better look at the way you're scaling, you can just click this, the show overlays. I'm just gonna do that. I think that should do it. It looks alright. Yeah, that looks okay. Don't worry about the bulge a lot. That should work, to be fair. Yeah, that should be fine for now. You can fix this later on when you're making your seat. Now at the last we have to, not the